In the beginning, before time itself, there was only harmony. A radiant and eternal realm, reflecting the unity of all creation. Heaven was a kingdom of peace, ruled by divine love and perfect order. The angels, radiant beings of light, filled the celestial skies with their worship, praising the Creator, whose brilliance bathed everything in life and light. Among these beings were the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, and others, guardians of divine will and leaders of the heavenly host. They stood as symbols of loyalty and devotion to the Almighty. Hovering near the throne were the seraphim, shielding their eyes from the overwhelming glory of God, whose presence inspired even the mightiest to bow in reverence. Yet among the celestial hosts, one angel stood above the rest, Lucifer, the morning star. The most exalted of all, his beauty was unmatched, his voice a melody that commanded the choirs of heaven, and his authority second only to the Creator. His wings shimmered with every hue of light, casting a glow across the celestial realm. But within Lucifer's heart, ambition began to grow. No longer content with his place, he desired more, yearning to ascend above even God. This spark of defiance grew into whispers as he planted seeds of rebellion among the angels. He would use his charm to deceive and tempt the other angels. He would ask them, "Why must we serve when we could reign? Why not be an equal to the Creator?" One by one they listened and followed. Two-thirds of the angelic hosts turned away from the Creator, aligning themselves with Lucifer's vision of a new order. Heaven, once a realm of perfect unity, was now divided by the ambition of one. The heavens trembled as Lucifer's rebellion escalated into a full-scale insurrection. A trumpet blast shattered the peace, signaling the start of a cosmic war. The fallen angels assembled in ranks, their blackened forms contrasting the brilliance of heaven's light. They gathered at the Sea of Glass, the vast expanse before the mountain of God's throne. Normally, this sacred space was reserved for worship and reverence. Now, it was the staging ground for rebellion. Lucifer, radiating a dark and fiery aura, led his armies to the base of the throne's steps. The 24 elders, absorbed in eternal praise, barely noticed the advancing tide of darkness. The four mighty beasts, guardians of the throne, growled and roared, but did not attack, held back by an unseen command. Lucifer approached the colossal golden door of the throne room, inscribed with the words, "King of Kings, Lord of Lords, everlasting to everlasting." Despite his defiance, even Lucifer's form reacted to the holy presence, his body trembling against his will. Furious, he mutilated himself before the door, ripping the organ pipes from his back and casting them down with a deafening clang. The heavens gasped in unison at this act of sacrilege. The door of the throne room swung open, unleashing a blinding light and a deafening hum of divine power. Out stepped the Almighty, his form radiating with indescribable brilliance. His voice, like the roar of a billion oceans, echoed across the heavens. The Almighty God commanded Lucifer to speak. Lucifer responded by saying, "You know why I am here. I am done being your lackey. Look around. Two-thirds of the angelic host answer to me. I was created to protect and cover you, but now it is my turn. I will sit atop the holy mountain. I will be worshipped. I proclaim myself higher than the Most High." His proclamation echoed through the heavens, met by the cheers of his darkened followers. Heaven, once unified, was now divided between loyalty and rebellion. Even the archangels, Michael and Gabriel, standing resolute at the throne, felt the weight of the betrayal. The Almighty God commands Lucifer to stand down. He reminds Lucifer that he created him from nothing, and he alone can destroy him. Lucifer, enraged, transformed into a monstrous dragon, 1,000 feet tall, with 7 heads and 7 tails, each crowned with darkness. His voice, now a chorus of 7, cursed the Almighty in a cacophony of tongues. He unleashed a devastating blast of black fire aimed directly at the throne. The Archangel Michael begins to beg Lucifer to stop. He says, "Brother, you were once one of us, the brightest among the stars. Turn back before it is too late." But Lucifer has no intent on turning back. Instead, he calls Michael weak for clinging to his servitude. "I will show you true power," says Lucifer. Before the flames could reach their target, two figures of light emerged, Michael and Gabriel, wielding weapons of divine power. Michael's sunsword blazed with a celestial fury, while Gabriel's golden trumpet radiated with authority. Together, they intercepted the blast, shattering its destructive force. Lucifer lunged forward, his 7 heads striking like vipers. Michael met him head-on, his sunsword clashing against the dragon's fiery fangs. The collision sent shockwaves rippling through the celestial realm. Gabriel, sounding his trumpet, unleashed a divine resonance that disoriented the demonic hordes. The angels of light, inspired by the archangel's bravery, descended upon the battlefield like a tidal wave, their radiance piercing the darkness. The war in heaven had begun. The clash of celestial forces was a sight beyond comprehension. Light and darkness collided in a symphony of chaos, each strike tearing through the fabric of the heavens. Stars were extinguished, and uninhabited worlds shattered under the weight of the conflict. Yet, amidst the turmoil, the Almighty stood unwavering, his presence a beacon of unshakable order. Lucifer, despite his newfound power, began to falter under the relentless assault. Michael's sunsword slashed through one of the dragon's heads, eliciting a deafening roar. Gabriel's trumpet blast sent ripples of light across the battlefield, forcing the dark forces to retreat momentarily. Sensing the tide turning, Lucifer summoned a final surge of power. His 7 heads unleashed beams of black energy, converging into a single, devastating blast aimed at Michael. The Archangel braced himself, his sunsword raised in defiance. The impact sent Michael hurtling backward, his armor scorched but his resolve unbroken. Gabriel swooped down, shielding his brother with his wings. Together, they rose once more, their determination shining brighter than ever. They were heaven's champions, standing firm against the rebellion. Above the chaos, the Almighty watched, his expression unreadable. He commands his army of powerful angels to attack the inhabitants of evil. The angelic host surged forward, their combined light overwhelming the darkness. Lucifer, battered but defiant, roared his frustration. The heavens trembled as the battle raged on, each moment bringing the celestial war closer to its fateful conclusion. As the war in heaven escalated, the celestial realm bore witness to a conflict of unimaginable proportions. Angels clashed in a chaotic symphony of light and darkness, their radiant forms colliding with shadowy figures corrupted by rebellion. Every blow, every cry of defiance reverberated through the essence, shaking the very foundations of the heavens. Lucifer, now the 7-headed dragon, roared in frustration as his forces began to falter under the relentless assault of heaven's loyal angels. His once glorious form was now grotesque, his beauty consumed by his insatiable ambition. Despite his rage, the tide of battle turned against him. Michael, wielding the divine sunsword, launched himself at Lucifer. The sword, forged in the fires of divine righteousness, shimmered with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. With a powerful swing, Michael severed one of the dragon's heads, eliciting a guttural roar of pain that echoed across the battlefield. Gabriel, his golden trumpet glowing with celestial energy, raised it high and unleashed a thunderous blast. The sound wave rippled through the essence, disorienting the demonic hordes and sending many of them fleeing into the void. The loyal angels rallied behind their archangels, their combined light pushing back the encroaching darkness. Lucifer, battered but unyielding, unleashed a final desperate attack. From his 7 heads, he summoned a torrent of black energy, its sheer force threatening to consume everything in its path. The heavens trembled as the blast hurtled toward its target, the holy mountain of God. In a blinding flash, the Almighty himself appeared on the battlefield. His presence was overwhelming, his radiant form brighter than 1,000,000 galaxies. With a single wave of his hand, he deflected Lucifer's attack, the black energy dissolving into nothingness. Mad at the world, Lucifer shouted at the Almighty Lord, "Why do you not fight, you old fool? Have you grown weary of your own creation?" The Lord's response to Lucifer was simple and to the point. "You were created to glorify, yet you chose rebellion." The Lord then said, "Your pride blinds you, O fallen one. This is your end." With those words, a massive void opened at the base of the holy mountain. It was a swirling abyss of darkness, its pull irresistible. The demonic hordes screamed in terror as they were dragged into the void, their rebellion crushed under the weight of divine judgment. Lucifer, clinging to the last vestiges of his power, transformed back into his angelic form. His once golden wings were tattered, his radiance dimmed. He looked to his followers, now consumed by the abyss, and then to the Almighty. Knowing that his efforts have failed for now, Lucifer cried out his last words, "This is not over, I will rise again." The Almighty extended his hand, and Lucifer was enveloped in a blinding light. With a final cry of anguish, he was cast into the void, his form consumed by the swirling darkness. His arrogant laughter echoed one last time before fading into silence. The battlefield grew still. The remaining angels, both victorious and grieving, stood in awe of what had transpired. The war in heaven was over, but the scars it left behind would remain. "The time has come for my will to be done on earth as it is in heaven," proclaimed the Almighty Lord. "The rebellion has been defeated, and my kingdom shall endure forever." With that, the heavens began to heal. The celestial essence, once torn by conflict, shimmered with renewed light. The angels, led by Michael and Gabriel, resumed their worship, their voices rising in unison to glorify the Creator. The great door to the throne room closed, signifying the end of the angelic war and the beginning of a new chapter in the divine plan. Peace was restored to the heavens, but the memory of Lucifer's rebellion would serve as a reminder of the consequences of pride and ambition. You are watching PJ Bible TV. If this is your first time here, or you just haven't subscribed yet, I'd like to personally invite you to do so right now. Don't forget to turn on your notifications by tapping the bell icon so that you are always notified as soon as we release a new video. If you enjoy our content, we'd love your support. By joining one of our channel memberships, you help us continue creating videos like this one while gaining access to some amazing perks. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive content available only to supporters, earn loyalty badges to show off in comments and live chats, and enjoy priority responses to your comments, shoutouts, and more. The best part? Memberships start at just $2.99 a month, less than a cup of coffee. Even small contributions make a big difference for the PJ Bible TV team in covering production costs and delivering the content you love. And if you're not ready to become a channel member today, but still want to support us, there are other ways to help. Engaging with our videos is a tremendous way to show your support. By taking just a few moments to like the video, leave a comment, and share it with friends, family, or on social media, you're telling the YouTube algorithm to share our content with more people. Your support, no matter how you choose to show it, means the world to us. Thank you for being part of the PJ Bible TV community.